Recently, the UN Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean published a figure on income, and it clearly stated that the U.S. income gap officially now exceeds several other countries in the Americas, such as Mexico, Peru, El Salvador, and Argentina. As can be seen here, the U.S. inequality gap is currently at a 16.0, and this is between the 20% richest in the nation and the 20% poorest in the nation. Now, this inequality gap can be considered irrelevant or minor, but when we're mocking fellow countries such as Mexico or Chile for their poverty challenges, and yet are above them in these types of predicaments, that's saying something. If we look into our history, how many other national internal conflicts have arisen up due to economic problems, such as the ones we now face? When we look at other nations, like the ones in Europe, while they're also facing their own economic challenges, the citizens of those nations at least have the possible chance to rise up from the muck and meet with the middle class communities, comparison to us. When you look at America's healthcare positions, it's safe to say that one mere health related incident could send an American into bankruptcy and instantaneous poverty. I hate to say it's true, but it is, and there are hundreds of American citizens that can confirm the statement. Excuses can be made to say that it's the president's fault, and while a portion of that claim is accurate, it would be blunt to say that it's only our president's fault. We face other politicians even more corrupted who tend to be re-elected by the default inability for American youth not voting or paying any real attention to the politics we're going to be dealing with, allowing bribed politicians to decide the people's fate. I'm not saying America is going to meet any sort of internal conflict within the next decade, but when you look at the stats, the longer this continues, the harder it's going to be for citizens to escape the challenges of life after any sort of incidents. If you'd like to know more on this topic, go to the description below for links to further information. You heard this from Chris CLC.